Welcome back.
Are you on your lead?
This is my first mountain bike video. I promised in the last video on the Scrambler that I was going to bring some mountain bike content to the channel, and here it is. I have a lot to say about the switch, or addition if you will, over to mountain bike videos, so bear with me. This is both a little bit of a hey, here's this trail I rode, and a introduction to mountain biking on the channel. I've filmed about 10, maybe 12 mountain bike videos over the last 3 or 4 months, and not a single one of them has actually turned out. I tried going without a gimbal. That didn't work. I finally got a gimbal. I had the camera on the wrong settings. I tried with the gimbal and the right settings, and then the audio didn't turn out. It's summer in Georgia, and it's super hot. My GoPro started overheating. I mean, the excuses go on and on. But I got a new helmet recently. I got this helmet mount, and I thought this video turned out pretty decent. I really want to bring some standard gimbal content and more interesting video profiles to the channel on the mountain biking content side, but I thought this was at least good enough for an introduction to the mountain biking content. So I've been riding mountain bikes now for about 3 years, actually since I moved to Atlanta. When I got here in 2017, I needed something to do on my weekends in the winter time. I was snowboarding quite religiously on the weekends when I lived in Denver, and just realized like I needed that level of adrenaline and fun on the weekends, but obviously there's no snowboarding in Atlanta, in Georgia, so I got a mountain bike. I've been riding bikes since I was a little kid, really for pleasure. I had a road bike in college, and I really wanted to get into road cycling, but the sport is just so expensive. I just never could make it work. I could never get into it appropriately. So anyways, I've become really obsessed with mountain biking. It's a nice natural progression from the attempt at adventure riding that I'd been doing on the Scrambler. In Georgia, you can mountain bike pretty much year-round. We got a rainy season between January and March that makes it a little more difficult then. But the trails are much easier to get to. I mean, it's an hour and a half to North Georgia with a bike on top of my car. I've got Soap Creek right next to where I live, and I can literally just pedal over there in 5 minutes. So it took me some time to get into decent mountain biking riding shape, as well as to learn the technique. But, you know, I think I've gotten to a place now where some of the stuff I'm doing is worth filming. It's much less work to get onto the mountain bike trails than it is to get up to North Georgia on the motorcycle. And so I think that's why it's really taken over my weekends. I still love motorcycling. I'm not planning to pull that part away from this channel. I definitely want to still do motorcycle videos. But lately, my motorcycle riding has been very confined to the commute, the streets, and just urban riding. That has been particularly true during this time of coronavirus. Maybe even less on the commute side, just because there hasn't been as much to do there. So yeah, welcome to the mountain biking side of this channel. This ride was actually along Johns Mountain around Dalton, Georgia. If you go on MTB Project, it's listed as Dry Creek Regatta. There are a ton of trails around Dry Creek. You can go a little bit north in that area and get onto the Pinhoti. So we actually did a part of the Pinhoti Trail at the top of this loop. We were trying to do a 20-mile loop, but my legs gave out around 12 miles, and we were close to the parking lot, so we gave up. I should have rested more the night before, but I didn't. These trails are mixed use with equestrians. It seems to be really popular on the south side of the trails. This time of year in the summer, there's just so much overgrowth. You probably heard me kind of like shouting in the beginning of the video. You just are trying to rip down these kind of flowy declines, and you're just getting torn up by thorn bushes and blackberries. Every time we stop, I did a tick check, and I would pull 5 or 6 ticks off of my legs. I'm not kidding. I think I easily pulled 20 to 30 ticks off of me over the course of this hour and 45-minute, 2-hour ride. It was just insane. The forest at the beginning on the south side of the Dry Creek trails is a pine forest, so it is just blazing hot in the summer. Bring water with you. It's super, super hot, dangerous to be out there without enough hydration. And honestly, I think I'd ride this again, but I would probably go back in the wintertime when the brush is not so overgrown and it's a little bit easier to ride. You know, I've done a ton of riding in North Georgia, and there's some stuff that's just a little bit further north that's much better. But if you're looking for that, like, really hardcore backcountry day, extremely low support, very difficult to find a quote real road with cars on it, and just feel like you're super remote and out there, and have a little bit of a struggle fest, the Dry Creek Regatta is definitely for you. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of the mountain bike content. I've got a lot of stuff coming. I've got a lot of videos that I've tried to record that I'm going to redo. I already think I have the next video basically lined up for this. I'm curious to see for anybody who's new to the channel what you think, and for those of you that are coming back to enjoy more content, how do you feel about the mountain biking videos? Is this the kind of stuff you'd want to see? Yeah, just let me know. I appreciate you watching. Thanks.